Hello, welcome back to the Iron Man challenge with me, Sheppo, Iron Man Sheps. Either of those is good. So, after the last little playthrough, I was getting a bit worried about the amount of damage my pet was taking. And I've gone and tamed a turtle, as you could just see him there. I've also got a bear. And one of the things I was expecting to see from both of those pets was that they had a lot more armour. That's actually not the case. I think that probably happens when we start to put talents into them. The pet talents would give them more armour, etc. But yeah, that's not how it works. The turtle does have an ability that reduces damage taken. It's a bit like Cower. And the bear, although you couldn't really see it there, it has a demoralising shout which reduces incoming damage from all enemies around it. So it's actually quite a good pet to have if, let's say, you're taking on a big pack of mobs. Now, having said that, I don't really think, and this is, I've stated this on the original Iron Man forum posts over on Battle.net, I still think the cat is the best pet, and we'll see how it goes. But I'm currently, as I'm recording this voiceover, I'm getting quite close to level 70, and I'm still using the cat and not really having any major problems with it. The cat, of course, gives strength and agility, and it scales, which is the beauty of it. So it's going to give, every time we level up, we get a bit more agility, and agility. For those of you that aren't familiar with hunters, our stat priority is DPS on ranged weapon, hit, then agility. So it's agility above crit, haste, and mastery. Of course, we can't do anything like reforging. We can't do anything about hit because none of the equipment we have has hit on it. So we're always going to be at a flat 5% chance to miss on mobs the same level as us. Yeah, so the only way we can keep our DPS going, keeping it boosted, is to use the cat and use its special ability to boost our agility. That's all we can do, really, and that's why I'm continuing to use it. Having said that, at the moment, I'm just trying the bear out, just seeing how it works. Yeah, sometimes it's nice to take less damage incoming. But having said that, the bear's still going down about the same rate. So I think it's only a 10% reduction in physical damage. So if anyone's hitting us with magic or anything like that, different class of damage, then it's not going to do anything, and it'd just be completely pointless. So I'm sticking with it. Once we get rid of this little bear, the way I see it, it's just better to get a mob down quicker and we receive less damage that way. So anyway, we're on this kind of next step of the Burning Legion / Portal quest. We picked this up an episode or two ago, and I didn't do it because the quest before that I struggled on a little bit. My pet actually died. I think it's the first time my pet's died when I've not then subsequently died, which, you know, has happened a few times as I've been leveling up various characters, and you know, that's bad. So that's why I kind of didn't come straight back to do this one. We've leveled up since then though, so we should be a little bit more powerful. And sure enough, with this quest, it's no real problem. It's just a case of, you know, let's just fight our way through the mobs and clear a path through. And there's those fucking guns again. Still a Mark 1 cannon, so no major headache. So I also talked a little bit about using a macro for my mend pet. I'm still not actually using that in this video. What I am going to do though is probably shortly after I've uploaded this one, I'm going to upload a little guide for other people doing the Iron Man challenge on their hunters, primarily because, well, if you've not been following the series you might not know this, but when Mists of Pandaria hits, the challenge is going to get a whole lot harder, primarily due to us losing kill command, which will be moving into the beast mastery specialisation, so we're not going to get that, and that's really our main way to get threat off of us and onto our pet. We still don't have this misdirect, and even if we did, we couldn't use the glyph. There's a glyph for it which puts it onto, basically if we misdirect onto our pet, it puts onto it resets the cooldown on it. I'm not sure what level we actually get misdirect, but we don't have it yet, and as I'm playing on my other character, which is a higher level than this, I still don't have it available. Right, what are we doing here? We've got some more orcs to kill, quests leading up into the dungeons here, but also if you remember previously we did a quest for a goblin to rescue some boxes that he'd left near some worms. The follow-on quest from this is to rescue some of his buddies. I'm not sure if you can see one just there in the top right hand corner. There's a guy locked up in a cage. There's 3 of his buddies that we have to rescue. It does make sense to do both of these quests at the same time. We do really have to be careful for ranged mobs. Something that's been a problem all the way through the challenge, but it really starts to become more apparent as we've leveled up and gotten into Outland, is the ranged mobs with their ranged projectiles. They just do so much damage to us. We are ridiculously weak. We have so little HP. And that's really what makes hunters such a strong class for doing the Iron Man challenge, is because essentially we shouldn't really need to take any damage. We shouldn't need to. Often we do, like now, for example. Just if we pull too many, but really we should be able to get our pet to take all of that damage for us. The pet has more armour than we do, and we can heal it in combat, and you know, etc, etc. All things that we don't have or can't do. Well, that's the first little dude rescued. We've got 2 more over here. Also quite a lot of these mobs patrolling around, and that worm burrowing to the right, just keeping an eye on him as well. We don't want to pull him. That's a ranged mob. It can attack us at range, so wouldn't be ideal. Yeah, one of the other things I've learnt as well about doing this challenge is I thought we received healing whilst in combat, although it would have been quite a minuscule amount. So I'm not sure what's happening with that. We don't receive any healing in combat. I'm not sure if that's just hunters or whether it's all classes, or I know you get like a mana per 5 if you're a mana class, obviously. And we have focus regen whilst in combat. It'd be pretty shit if we didn't. But I always thought that health regenerated as well. It's one of those things where I've been raiding now for such a long time, and normally if I'm leveling I might be using Spirit Bond, so that kind of that tops up our health as well. So yeah, just a bit of a surprise to see that. Well, that's the other dude rescue. We've got one more guy over here. That worm's just kind of lingering there, threatening to attack us. Okay, and that's him rescued as well. We've got all of those orcs killed for that quest, so a couple of quests to hand in. I think we're going to do the goblin one, and then we get a follow-on, couple of follow-on quests from this, which are interesting. Shiz work. Basically, within every expansion, there's got to be at least one quest that's related to poop, and this is the Burning Crusade version. I think there might be some others actually in the expansion, but this is the first one you come across. And we've got a little fell hand here who's going to follow us around and not help us in combat, but if we kill a hellboar, he's then going to go and eat it, and almost immediately he's just going to shit it out. Such a high metabolism. It's kind of ridiculous. We will of course get to kill more hellboar a little bit later on. Hellboar, and another one of these things with Outland, and a little bit shocking I think for a lot of people, especially melee classes at first, and people like mages, because hellboar, they've got like a thorns buff on them. You don't actually see it as a buff, but you take damage when you hit them. So you'll see a lot of damage ticking off my pet whilst attacking these. Again, not a massive problem for hunters. Right, anyway, the reason why we were having a fell hunter go around... fell hunter? I forget what they're called. Anyway, was one of the fellboar had stolen some keys, and we wanted to sift through some shit to find those keys, and that's exactly what we've just done. So we found the key, handed it in. The next quest, we've got to go and kill somebody in the mine. This old mine layout. Oh, we first encountered it in Ashenvale. Oh, is that true actually? Did we first encounter it in... might have been in the Northern Barrens. Or it might even be the Orc starting zone. There's a cave right there, I think, has got this... I'm such a nerd. It's ridiculous. Right, usual trick. We're going to have to come out of this cave, so we're not going to loot anything until we come out. I'm not sure exactly where in here the mob is that we need to kill. But it's around here somewhere. Some of these mobs I could have snuck past that without... Oh, we've pulled 4. See, my pet is still taking a shitload of damage. He's taking a lot. And you know, he's that most of that would have been physical damage anyway, so really that you would expect that damage to be mitigated a lot better than it actually is. Bit of a pain, really. But, you know, you don't really think about these things till you watch them back, and in hindsight, running with a bear was a bit shit. I'm not sure how much longer I run with him. Alright, there's the dude we need to kill. We have some patrols in here though, so let's just clear those up first. She missed my trap. What a pain. So we're just waiting for the dude to patrol back. We might as well kill some of these other mobs and get a bit of XP whilst we're waiting. And then let's grab him. Worg as. Dead as. Right, let's get out of there. Okay, that's that quest done. That's pretty good. I think that's it for that little chain. Right, let's move on to the next play segment. We do have another quest to hand in, but there's still so much more to do in this zone. Let's get right on to that. Okay, so next off we're going to head over to the pools of agony. There's a few little quests around here that we have to do. We have some kind of like demons to kill, and then I think we have to come back. So, Terror Fiend. We have quite a lot of these to actually kill, but we'll storm straight through them. So these little oozes, they drop, potentially drop a journal that we need for a quest as well. You might have seen an altar there in the pool of water. We will use the journal on that. I think it's in a subsequent quest. Well, these little mobs go down, the little oozes go down in like 1 or maybe 2 multi-shots. And the big oozes take a little bit more work, but, you know, no trouble at all. Getting a whopping 28 XP for killing a little ooze. Yeah. Right, let's speed this up a little bit. We've got a few to kill here. I don't want to be faffing about too much. And we've got his journal, so let's... the Terror Fiends are kind of focused down this end of the pools of agony. I'm not really sure. At the end here there's kind of like a big skeleton. I'm not sure what that is. I'm not sure whether it's a demon. It looks like the kind of thing you would... If it was on Azeroth, you might think it's like the skeleton of an old god. For example, the one that we have in... Dark Shore, is it? I'm not sure what the zone is called now. But we're not in Azeroth, so it can't possibly be an old god. So it must be some kind of demon. Again, if you know, drop me a comment in down below. We're just going to slaughter these Terror Fiends, and then I think that's it. We just move on to the next quest. These aren't difficult at all. It's just like any other mob. They just look a bit cooler because they've got wings and breathe fire, green fire at that. But it's a drop quest, so they're always pretty shitty. We need 6, we've got 3. We're running out of Terror Fiends. And I've swapped back to my cat. I think I've seen sense now. So you can see there it's increasing my... the cat's buff is increasing my strength and agility. The strength increases my attack power, so it's kind of like a double win. It's just such a good buff compared to like every other pet that we have out there. As long as we can keep the cat alive with Ment Pet and Cower, then it's just, yeah, there's just no other option. So hopefully these things will be going down a little bit quicker now. You probably can't tell at this speed, but they should be going down a bit quicker. Yes, that's the kind of demon skeleton thing I was talking about. We're running out of Terror Fiends there to kill. Actually a bit of a pain. 2 more needed. 1 more needed. And we've also got this this quest here to do, which used to be really, really, really hard. Just a mental note there, the Mistress of Doom that we just fought summoned 3 little imps that were shooting fireballs at us. Bear in mind what I was just previously saying about ranged attacks doing quite a lot of damage. Anyway, so let's hopefully see if we can get this final item off this Terror Fiend. And we can't. But whilst we're here, we do have that quest to do. This quest, I'm sure those of you that have played through and done this quest, you will know this is a difficult quest. I think it's a group quest. I'm not sure whether it's still classed as one. But you know, I don't even read the quest text. Fuck it, I'm pulling it. We're doing this. We're going to try and kite him out of there, but of course... Is it going to work? Can we kite him out? Come on. I'm not sure whether he's on elastic band, but anyway, we're trying to kite him out. And that appears... Oh, no. I guess I was about to say that appears to have worked, but he's gone back. So, looks like just before the end of the ramp, he'll rubber band back. Now, 2 Mistresses of Doom. Each one just spawned 3 imps. Pulling both of those would be bad. Right? I think that'd be bad. But it's only 1 mob, so we should be able to down this pretty easy. Except, I'm about dead. And my feign death is on cooldown. I'm running. 17%. The Mistresses of Doom have spawned their imps. We've got Azorius the Cruel slain, but Pet's dead. Pet's died again. Maybe I should have used the bear. I don't know. Feign death, thankfully, worked okay. Normally, if you just feign death and immediately pop out of it, it won't actually register on the server that you've done a feign death, and that probably would have killed me if it hadn't. Anyway, that quest, yeah, that's twice now in a couple of episodes where I've really nearly died, gotten into like lower than 20% health. That's not going well. And you know what? One thing that would have really helped there, would have kept my nerves calm, would have been first aid. Because I've still not picked first aid up. And there's no reason for that, other than laziness. And so I'm going to go and pick that up. I'm not sure whether it's this immediately after this, but it's pretty soon after this. And first aid is actually really amazing because our health pool is so small. We can actually almost fully heal ourselves from a bandage. So I think the best bandages we can get prior to Northrend will heal us for 3,400, and our health pool is like good timing. I opened my character panel. It's 2,400-ish. So you know, it actually heals us for more than our health pool, and the reason why that's good, you might be thinking, well, that's a bit of a waste of bandage if you're going to overheal yourself. Well, actually no, it just means that the ticks, the heal ticks off the bandage will heal us for a lot more. So, for example, we could heal up in 2 seconds instead of 5 seconds. So it's actually really useful, and I don't know, like I said, I don't know why I didn't go and get it before. It's very stupid of me, and past couple of instances with the Worg Master and Azorius there, very, very nearly died. Okay, so I guess that's bad news for you because, you know, I understand people want to see me die and want to see me struggle, but I don't. Just mitigate as many of these risks as possible. So we'll be doing that. I'm not sure whether it's in the next episode. I'm not actually going to show you me training first aid because that's really dull, but I will go and do it soon. So join me next time. That's it for this episode. We've gone over 25 minutes, a bit of a long one. Join me next time when we'll be questing through the rest of Hellfire Peninsula, and yeah, we're not quite doing a level an episode now. The XP has gone right through the roof, so unfortunately, but I'm trying to keep it still going fast, but not too fast that you miss all the interesting stuff. Leave a comment if you've got any feedback below, and of course, you know, if you like it, drop me a like. Subsequently, if you don't like it, thumbs down as well, that's absolutely fine. Right, I'll see you next time.